Trevor Burge out it, also cheering on Burkhalter tonight. All right. Qualifying is over. Heat number 1 will have Butch Baker and Graham Nucky on the front row. Brian Mansfield, Edmund Jones on the second row. Zach Bache, Doug McLaughlin on the third row. Kevin Martin rounding out the field. And still getting used to Graham Nucky being in that solid white car, not in his usual yellow and green. You can even see his crew standing over there in their yellow and green outfits. Just weird. Butch Baker taking in his EOL, so that'll leave Graham Nucky starting up front. Could Graham Nucky get the heat win here tonight? We've been saying we expect to see him in victory lane before the season is out. He could get his first heat win here tonight. Could he get his first race win here tonight too? And as we said, looking forward to the day he does win one of these so we can have a very funny post-race interview with him. All right, pace truck is in. Heat number 1 underway. Green flag in the air, and Brian Mansfield gets a really good jump. Graham up top looking for a way back around him. And Zach Bache into third now. Zach picking up 2 spots on the first lap, but it is a dogfight back behind him as Edmund Jones, Butch Baker side by side, and Kevin Martin and Doug McLaughlin side by side. Mansfield still holding on to the lead, but Graham Nucky all over that back bumper and gets a run off of turn 2 every time. But Graham now has Zach Bache looking to the inside. Graham dropping to the bottom. Zach Bache to the high side. Can't find a way around him yet. Brian Mansfield, meanwhile, starting to walk away. And here comes Butch Baker. Out of turn number 4. He is already up to 4th and charging his way to the front. Brian Mansfield started to open up a little bit of a lead. It's stabilized at about 0.4 of a second. Can Graham Nucky run him down here? Oh, Zach Bache into the wall. Doug McLaughlin is caught. We're staying. Caution is out. Caution is out. Let's see what happened. Oh, and Zach Bache just pushing too hard up off of turn 4. Doug McLaughlin just happens to get there at the wrong time and finds that 69 car. All right, Brian Mansfield still maintaining the lead. Graham Nucky currently running in second. Butch Baker now up to third. He might be able to pull off the heat win here starting from the back. Kevin Martin went to pit road. He caught a piece of that incident. Imagine he is going in for a quick repair. Zach Bache also on pit road for a repair. Doug McLaughlin has not gone to pit road. Heavy damage to the right side of that car. Isaac, you need to be sitting there hitting the share button so the Isaac Salas and Butch Baker fan club comes out for this race. All right. Lights are out on the pace car. Everybody lined back up. Mansfield in first. Nucky in second. Baker in third. Edmund Jones in fourth. Doug McLaughlin fifth. Kevin Martin sixth. And Zach Bache back in seventh. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. 2 to go for heat number 1. Graham Nucky up top. Oh, we've got a wreck back behind. Doug McLaughlin and Edmund Jones get going the right way. Kevin Martin still turned around on the track. No caution yet. Brian Mansfield barely holding off Graham Nucky, but they better look in their mirrors on the white flag lap. Here comes Butch Baker right up behind him. Butch to the outside of Graham Nucky. It's going to be close. Coming to the line. They touch, and it's going to be Brian Mansfield for the win. Butch Baker comes home second. Graham Nucky gets third. Zach Bache is fourth. Doug McLaughlin is fifth. Edmund Jones sixth. And Kevin Martin in seventh. All right, heat number 2. Take it slow, boys. I need to catch my breath. Joseph Smith and DJ Kenner on the front row. Patrick Coluccio and Doug Tyre Norton on the second row. Michael Christian and Jonathan Orapollo on the third row. Orapollo had a really good race here earlier tonight. Managed to make his way up into the top 5 and stayed up there for most of the 360 race. We'll see if he can do it here again. Just noticed a little bit ago that Jeff Young, and yes, it is that Jeff Young, formerly of Megadeth, now of Tennifer Gin fame, was watching earlier in the race. Thank you, Jeff. Skylar Massey, obviously laughing. That's always concerning when Massey is laughing in the chat. And my production crew, a.k.a. the wife, just said, you go, Skylar. So, and Skylar, ironically, getting married on October 2nd of this year. The only reason I have his wedding date memorized is it's my wife and I's anniversary date as well. Pace truck is in. Green flag in the air. Heat number 2 underway. And Joseph Smith, oh, they're 3 wide back behind. DJ Kenner working his way to the front. DJ Kenner to the lead. What a power move on the first lap. Joseph Smith is trying to hold on to second, and here comes Jonathan Orapollo up high into second place. Joseph Smith back to third. Jonathan Orapollo right on the back bumper of DJ Kenner, dropping to the bottom. Off of turn number 4, Orapollo just almost had the lead at the line. DJ the Iceman Kenner on the high side. Orapollo down bottom. Orapollo losing a little bit of ground there. Patrick Coluccio now into 4th. Doug Tyre Norton in 5th. Orapollo currently turning the fastest laps of anybody on track. We'll see if he has enough time, if he can get the run and take that top spot from DJ Kenner. We saw Orapollo do this in the 360 race. He managed to make his way from the back to the front. Can he do it again here tonight? If he takes the win in the feature, or in the heat, he will be up front starting in the feature. That would be his best starting spot of the night. DJ Kenner still holding the lead, though. Oh, Orapollo pushing that car to its limit. The tail was waggling off of turn 2. And Joseph Smith has closed back up. Patrick Coluccio holding on to 4th, but a hard-charging Doug Norton up top. Oh, Doug Norton gets loose. Michael Christian tries to get around him. Back up front, Orapollo now having to fight off Joseph Smith. Smith to the bottom. White flag lap, and DJ Kenner might have this one in the bag. Who's going to come home second, though? That's the question right now. Looks like it'll be DJ Kenner for the win. Jonathan Orapollo coming home second. Joseph Smith is third. Patrick Coluccio fourth. Doug Tyre Norton is fifth. Michael Christian comes home 6th. Heat number 3 will be Cody Olson, the Alien. Andrew Thornton in 2nd. Justin Glover 3rd. Eric Burkhalter in 4th. Skylar Massey is 5th. David Tormasci is 6th. Final heat, and then we will go into warm-up and the feature. This, and yes, Skylar Massey and Zach Bache are driving matching cars. I cannot read what it says on the... It says, "Why you behind me?" on his rear spoiler. I can't tell you what is on the nose of that car, but it does say 8675309 on the side. It says to call that. And I'm guessing somebody named Jenny will answer. Jake Harbaugh here cheering on Butch Baker, who will start up towards the front. I believe will be taking another EOL in the feature tonight, but he worked his way to the front in the heat. We'll see once we get in the feature, can he do it again? And a lot of extra tough competition here tonight. Both D1 and D2 running the 358s tonight, going to make things very interesting. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Heat 3 is underway. And Cody Olson holding the bottom. Andrew Thornton's got a run on the high side. Off turn 2, Andrew Thornton to the lead. Here comes Burkhalter on the high side, looking for second. And Cody Olson fighting his way back on the bottom, and now Justin Glover gets a nose in there. Oh, a little bit of a touch. Andrew Thornton back to the lead for the moment. Burkhalter and Cody Olson touch. Everybody keeps going the right way, but Justin Glover manages to sneak by, as does Skylar Massey. Burkhalter holds on to 4th. Cody Olson falls back to 5th. And Andrew Thornton pulling away early on. And Justin Glover in 2nd, trying to close the gap. Skylar Massey holding on to 3rd for the moment. But here comes Burkhalter, and here comes Cody Olson. Cody on the bottom. Oh, he drifts up, catches a piece of Burkhalter, and gets Skylar Massey. Caution. In the Butch Baker fan club and the Isaac Salas fan club in the house. And Cody Olson just sends it into one click. Just gives Burkhalter a little tap and catches Skylar Massey all the way up into the wall. Both cars stay out on track. Now the question is going to be, once they get into the heats, we've got a couple of drivers dropping to the back, including Butch Baker. Will those guys be able to work their way to the front here tonight? It is going to be an exciting feature here in just a few moments. And based on what we're seeing here in Heat 3, it's been non-stop action, battles all over the track. One more time around for the pace car. Andrew Thornton out front, Justin Glover in 2nd, Eric Burkhalter 3rd, David Tormasci in 4th, Skylar the Dude Massey back in 5th, Cody the Alien Olson in 6th. All right, lining up side by side. Andrew Thornton choosing his restart on the high side. Pace truck drops in. Green flag back in the air. 2 laps to go in heat number 3. Off into turn 1. Andrew Thornton's got quite a run going. Justin Glover trying to find something on the bottom. Here comes Burkhalter as well. Skylar Massey way down on the bottom, trying to get anything he can here. Andrew Thornton, white flag in the air. Justin Glover still fighting on the bottom. Off turn 2. Thornton gets a huge run. Here comes Cody Olson on the bottom. Andrew Thornton's going to win. Justin Glover comes home second. Eric Burkhalter barely holding on to third. Cody Olson in fourth. And it is time for the warm-up. As everybody starts rolling off of pit road, getting those last few laps of practice in here. And it looks like Butch Baker is not taken to the track for warm-up yet. We'll see if he comes out. He often doesn't warm up. Might be a good luck thing, just not going into the warm-up. Who knows? Justin Glover currently the fastest driver out there. And after that battle in Heat 3, it'll be interesting to see if he can get up there and run with these guys and get his dirt win tonight. Just about a minute left, and then it'll be time to go racing in the feature here at ElDora. Arguably the most famous dirt track in the U.S., owned by Tony Stewart. Some of the highest dirt banking, 24 degrees in the turns. Kevin Martin just putting in the fastest lap now. Justin Glover second fastest. Patrick Coluccio third fastest. Brian Mansfield fourth. Graham Nucky fifth. Cody sixth. Edmund Jones is seventh. And Butch Baker finally taking to the track at the last minute. We'll see what kind of lap time he gets. He comes in tonight with a 40-point lead over Brian Mansfield. Mansfield said he expects this to be a good points night. And he expects to pick up a lot of ground in the points here tonight. We'll see how this plays out as warm-up concludes. All right, it is time to go racing. Up front will be Brian Mansfield and DJ Kenner, Andrew Thornton and Butch Baker on the second row. Jonathan Orapollo, Justin Glover on the third row. Graham Nucky and Joseph Smith on the fourth row. Eric Burkhalter and Zach Bache rounding out the top 10. Then you've got Patrick Coluccio and Cody Olson. Doug McLaughlin in 13th, Doug Tyler Norton in 14th, Skylar Massey 15th, Edmund Jones 16th, Michael Christian 17th, David Tormasci 18th, 19th is Kevin Martin. And you got the Dougs on the same row. Let's see. It looks like that's about it. Ever since I mentioned it a few weeks ago, it hasn't happened again. But there was several races earlier in the season where you ended up with all the Mikes and Michaels on one row, the Dougs on one row. It was really kind of odd. And you can find all those past race videos on our YouTube channel. You can find all the links on the website, htsai.net. One more time around, Brian Mansfield second in points, but 40 points behind Butch Baker. Butch has dropped to the end of the field. He will start in 19th. He gave himself an EOL for an incident that happened with Brian Mansfield last week, showing some great sportsmanship, and I don't know that it's going to matter a whole lot here with Butch. As fast as he is, I don't know how long it'll take him to get to the front, but I guarantee you it won't be very long. Why don't you put in the chat, take your guess. How many laps does it take to Butch Baker to get to the front? Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. The feature is underway. Brian Mansfield leads them into turn one. DJ Kenner, though, up to the high side. Back behind him, it's 4 wide coming off turn 2. Everybody's sorting out for the moment. And it looks like Joseph Smith is on a mission here tonight as well. Up on the high side, he's picking up several positions. DJ Kenner now to the lead, and Brian Mansfield back to second. Andrew Thornton looking low for third. Justin Glover up into fourth now. Zach Bache, so far the biggest mover. He is up 4 spots into 6th. Cody Olson up 4 spots. And a big one in turns 1 and 2. Caution is out. And looks like there was a little bumping going down the front straightaway. Doug McLaughlin catches the worst of it. Michael Christian involved, and Graham Nucky also involved. It looks like McLaughlin had a run and might have been a secondary incident right in front of him as Michael Christian. And it does, looks like Graham Nucky was also involved in an incident. Let's see if we can get a quick look at that. Looks like Graham Nucky and Cody Olson just briefly got together, but enough to unsettle both cars. Alright, up front, DJ the Iceman Kenner in the lead. Brian Mansfield second, Andrew Thornton third, Justin Glover fourth, Joseph Smith fifth. Cody Olson up 5 spots. Doug Tyre Norton up 5 spots into 9th. Butch Baker started dead last, up to 12th now. As they line back up, DJ Kenner choosing to start on the high side this time. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. And DJ Kenner gets a really good start. Brian Mansfield just barely misses the back bumper of him. And it's a little sketchy back towards the back. As Doug Norton is charging his way forward. Joseph Smith is charging his way forward. And who is that on the high side making his way towards the front in the middle of a 4 wide? Butch Baker. Caution is out. Looks like Eric Burkhalter involved this time. And looks like Burkhalter got into Cody Olson, went up the fence. That brings us under our second caution. DJ Kenner still maintaining the lead, but don't look now. Butch Baker is now up to 8th. In what, 4 laps? 5 laps? . Brian Mansfield was hoping for a really good points finish with Butch having to come through this bigger field tonight. But I think he was expecting Butch to struggle more getting to the front. He has not been struggling so far. Right in the middle of a 4-wide move off of turn 2 last time and just shot through the field. I might have Butch Baker do all my future dirt races. Or I'll have him and Isaac Salas alternate. Super fan salsa. All right, lights out on the pace car. DJ choosing to start up top again. It's worked for him so far. Pace truck is in. Green flag is back in the air. DJ gets down and away. Andrew Thornton gets up past Brian Mansfield into turn 1. Mansfield was looking to move up. Andrew Thornton closed the hole. Here comes Cody Olson. And right there in the mix is Butch Baker up top. And it's 4 wide right in front of Butch, and Brian Mansfield completely sideways. Andrew Thornton Rex collects Butch and Kevin Martin. Graham Nucky caught again. And the whole incident, just a racing deal, a little bit of door banging between Andrew Thornton and Cody Olson. Several cars going into the outside wall. Several cars, heavy damage. We'll see a few of them go to pit road this time. Looks like Kevin Martin is going to pit road. Skylar Massey got caught. He's on pit road. I believe Graham Nucky staying out. Butch Baker staying out. He took some significant damage. I'm surprised he is not. He was actually upside down briefly. Heavy damage on the right side. And Graham Nucky now getting back to the lead lap. All right, looks like DJ is choosing the high side again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. DJ Kenner gets a good jump this time. Justin Glover trying to slide by Brian Mansfield, slides right in front of him. Joseph Smith gets his line cut off as well. And Cody Olson now up to third. Looking for second place from Brian Mansfield. Can't quite get clear of Justin Glover though. Oh, a little bit of banging there, and Joseph Smith comes out ahead, and DJ Kenner is upside down. Looks like, oh, DJ Kenner just slides it off into the outside wall. Lands right side up, good to go, but definitely going to hurt, while Brian Mansfield now will be in the lead. All right, Butch Baker restarted back in 18th. He is now back to 15th. And we'll see if they go to a single file restart this time. Mansfield up front. Justin Glover in second. Cody Olson in third. Joseph Smith now to fourth. Michael Christian fifth. Doug Norton sixth. Doug McLaughlin seventh. Eric Burkhalter in eighth. Coluccio in ninth. And Kevin Martin in 10th. Everybody getting sorted out. Lights out on the pace car. It does look like we'll have a single file restart this time. Nope, I stand corrected. They are going side by side. Justin Glover on the bottom. Mansfield choosing to start up top. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. Mansfield getting a good jump this time. Clears everybody. Justin Glover down to the bottom. Here comes Joseph Smith. Back in the, Doug Norton getting together with Michael Christian there as Michael Christian continues his charge to the front. Caution is out. DJ Kenner again and Graham Nucky. Graham Nucky down in the middle there. Graham just got hit and sent down into DJ Kenner. And a hard hit for DJ. We'll see if he comes to pit road this time. He did not come to pit road last time. He does come to pit road for repairs this time. Brian Mansfield continuing to lead here. Graham Nucky on pit road for repairs, and Butch Baker up to 14th now. Lights are back out on the pace car. Alright, does not look like they are stacking up to go too wide. Looks like it will be a single file restart this time. Definitely a benefit to the leader. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. 25 laps to go at the line. Mansfield out front and Justin Glover right on his back bumper, but Joseph Smith on the move. Cody Olson also on the move, and look at Michael Christian charging his way forward. Doug Norton up into 6th now. Eric Burkhalter 7th. Kevin Martin started 19th and is up to 8th now. Quick check on Butch Baker back in 14th, looking for 13th right now from David Tormasci. Brian Mansfield still having to fight off Justin Glover. Justin down, looking down to the bottom. And in these heavier cars, the track definitely slicking off a lot faster than what they saw in the sprint race. That could come into play a lot. The guys that got the extra practice on the slicked off track know where they want to go. Joseph Smith in 3rd is starting to run down the leaders. He drops to the bottom, trying to get 2nd. Cody Olson right back there in 4th. Michael Christian, a little bit of a gap from him to Cody Olson right now, and he's got Doug Tyre Norton right on the back bumper. And now we've got a 3-car battle for 2nd place. Brian Mansfield is loving this in his mirror. And Joseph Smith goes by on the high side. He'll take 2nd. Cody Olson slips by Justin Glover for 3rd. Now Cody drops to the bottom. Off turn number 4, Cody Olson still fighting his way forward. Joseph Smith gets the wall. Cody Olson gets down to the bottom. And slide job up the hill for Cody Olson. Joseph Smith pulling the crossover move. And Joseph Smith now sliding up in front of Cody. Will Cody be... Oh, Joseph Smith gets the wall. Justin Glover checks up and gets collected as well. And a hard hit. Justin Glover checks up. Doug Norton gets into the side of him. Everybody has to get evasive here. And looks like Joseph Smith came down pit road to get some repairs. That's going to keep Brian Mansfield up front. Cody Olson in second. And now Butch Baker up to ninth. Hey, Joshua Blake Dowd cheering on Justin. Justin is the 25. Hang on. There's Mr. Glover in the orange and camo 25 car there. And as many guys as we've seen come from the back here tonight, with as many laps as they have left, I think some of these guys might still be in contention. Justin Glover definitely confident tonight. Butch Baker definitely making his way to the front. Several other great drivers there at the back now, especially DJ Kenner, the Iceman, who was leading this race earlier. We might see the entire field swap over this run. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. Brian Mansfield will lead him down into one, but Cody Olson will be looking for that position. Cody Olson makes a move to the inside, off turn 2, down into turn 3. He sends it down in there. He'll slide it up across the turn. Now Brian Mansfield looks at the crossover. Not enough momentum. And Eric Burkhalter down to the bottom, trying to pick up some positions here. Kevin Martin now up to 6th after starting in 19th. Butch Baker currently running in 9th. Justin Glover back in 16th. He's picked up a couple spots since the restart. Caution. And Doug Tyre Norton. Oh, Doug Norton, we've seen that happen a couple of times here tonight. Off turn 2, too much momentum, getting up, get that tail end into the wall, it just sends you around. Justin now up to, let's see, currently up to 15th. There, well, he just disappeared. There's Justin, the car that just reappeared. Susie, that is Justin right there, the 25, the Bass Pro Shops car. All right, Cody Olson currently being scored in the lead. Mansfield now in 2nd. Michael Christian in 3rd. Kevin Martin 4th. Eric Burkhalter in 5th. Then it's Coluccio, Edmund Jones, Butch Baker, Doug McLaughlin, and Skylar Massey rounding out the top 10. Looks like it'll be a single file restart again. Pace truck is in. Green flag is back in the air. Cody Olson down to the bottom. Brian Mansfield to the top, and it's 4 wide right behind them. As they come off of turn number 2 into turn 3, they're only 3 wide. They decided to take it easy here. Butch Baker now up to 7th. He is charging his way forward. Mansfield's around. Caution is out. And we've got other cars in the wall. Looks like off of turn number 4, Brian Mansfield just got enough of a tap, put him in the wall, and spin him around. Several cars trying to avoid him end up spinning around as well. Letting everything cycle through, we'll see if, my pleasure, Susie, we'll see where we can if we can figure out where everybody's going to sort back out to. Cody Olson still in the lead. Patrick Coluccio now to second. Kevin Martin to third. And look who's in fourth. Butch Baker. Fifth place is Edmund Jones. Andrew Thornton sixth. Skylar Massey seventh. Joseph Smith eighth. And Justin Glover is now back into the top 10 in ninth. No, I'm sorry. Justin's going to be in 10th. As a couple of guys get sorted out here. Eric Burkhalter, DJ Kenner, both on pit road. And a couple of guys definitely starting to make their way towards the front here. Several guys starting to recover. Butch Baker now up into fourth. Zach Beisch and Joseph Smith 8th and 9th. I think Justin Glover might have gone to pit road briefly because he is dropped back now to 15th. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. Cody Olson leading him down into turn 1. He's now got Coluccio right on his bumper, and it's 3 wide back behind. Skylar Massey making his way forward. Zach Beisch in the identical car making his way forward as well. Graham Nucky in 10th. Butch Baker fighting to hold on to 5th right now. Meanwhile, Cody Olson is opening up quite a lead. 1 second already over Patrick Coluccio. Coluccio has his hands full with Kevin Martin and Edmonton. Oh, Coluccio got the wall, and they're wrecking up front. Everybody gets checked up and clear, but caution out again. Let's see. Let's take you back just a little bit here. As it looks like, as we've seen repeatedly tonight, Patrick Coluccio just gets a little bit of the wall, gets the nose stuck in the wall that turns him around, and several guys right there couldn't avoid it. Most of the field manages to get around, but several guys definitely caught up in that. Cody Olson still has the lead. Coluccio in second. Edmund Jones is in third. Andrew Thornton fourth. Butch Baker in fifth. Skylar Massey started in 15th, now up to 7th. Lights are out on the pace truck. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. Cody Olson's down and away. Coluccio right there with him. Edmund Jones goes way high as everybody else goes to the bottom. And he's going to pick up several positions coming up off turn 2. Almost gets second place. Gets a little bit of the wall there. Might lose some momentum. But here comes Butch Baker back there as well in 6th now. And, oh, Brian Mansfield and Graham Nucky tangle. Justin Glover was right behind it. I think he's been caught in just about everything that's happened tonight, both in the sprints and here. Looks like Brian Mansfield just drifted up, got a little bit of Graham Nucky, and Wally got stuck in the wall. Justin Glover managed to get by that one clean, but it was close. And he has had definitely one of the roughest nights, especially considering how good he has ran tonight to catch all the bad luck. Been in the top 5 both races, get involved in accidents and end up in the back trying to fight his way back towards the front. Cody Olsen in the lead, Coluccio still in second, Edmund Jones in third, Andrew Thornton fourth, Joseph Smith is fifth, Butch Baker holding on to sixth, Zach Bache is seventh, Skylar Massey in eighth, Graham Nucky in ninth, Doug Tyre Norton in 10th, 11th is David Tormasci, Justin Glover up to 12th. The lights are out on the pace truck. It does look like they're going single file again. Oh, yep, they're going to go single file. And the track's slicking off. Everybody looking for moisture, grip, and speed here. Pace truck is in. Green flag is back in the air. And Edmund Jones back way up high, sending it around. He's going to get second from Patrick Coluccio. Oh no! Edmund Jones rides the wall. He goes up high to stay out of the way. Barely manages to keep it out of trouble. Graham Nucky gets caught. Several cars managed to slip by with 6 laps to go. It looks like it's going to stay green, and Cody Olsen will continue to extend his lead, now 1.1 seconds. As the battle for second, Andrew Thornton and Patrick Coluccio continuing to go on. Joseph Smith down there on the bottom as well. Butch Baker in 5th, Zach Bache in 6th, Skylar Massey 7th, Doug Norton is 8th. Justin Glover got past the chaos that time, up to 9th. David Tormasci has recovered from an early incident, up to 10th, but here comes Michael Christian on the high side, trying to get in the top 10. Kevin Martin gets turned around. Caution is out. And, oh, just a little bit of a tap sends Kevin Martin around into turn 1, into the wall. All right, Cody Olsen continuing to lead. Opening up quite a lead. And let's talk about two guys who have come back multiple times. Butch Baker, actually 3, because Joseph Smith and Butch Baker have both been to the back a couple of times and had to work their way forward. Butch Baker actually started taking an EOL due to an incident last week. He voluntarily took that. Joseph Smith got caught in one of the first wrecks, had to go into pit road, get repaired, and he has worked his way back up into the top 5. Butch Baker now also in the top 5. Justin Glover has been caught in literally every incident except this one, and somehow continues to work his way back into the top 10, up to 9th. Meanwhile, Cody Olsen, since he's been out front, nobody's been able to touch him, but now he has Andrew Thornton in second. Will Andrew Thornton be able to do anything with him with just a couple of laps left? And how much chaos there is, green-white checkers available if needed. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. 3 to go at the line. Cody Olsen gets a good jump. Now the battle's going to be on for second. Back further in the field, it is too wide on the bottom, on the top. Patrick Coluccio, who was up in the top 3 most of the race, is trying to find his way back up. Joseph Smith still trying to hang on. Butch Baker up high, trying to pick up some positions, currently in 5th. And on the move, Justin Glover just picked up a couple of spots. White flag in the air. Cody Olsen way out front, 1.6 second lead. The battle is on for second as Andrew Thornton currently in second, but it's 3 wide back behind him. And at the line, it'll be Cody Olsen for the win. Andrew Thornton barely pulls off the second place. Joseph Smith third. Patrick Coluccio fourth. Butch Baker manages to come home fifth. Zach Bache is sixth. Michael Christian seventh. Justin Glover comes home in 8th place. Skylar Massey 9th. And Graham Nucky in 10th. What a race. And what a win by Cody Olsen. Let's see if we can get some driver interviews here. What an interesting event here tonight. All right. And Andrew Thornton already hopping up here. Andrew comes home second, but what a close second place finish, man.
Oh, man. Let me tell you, I'll take being lucky over being good any day. I had my spot up front early and messed up and just managed to stay out of trouble to make it back up there.
Well, you definitely were both lucky and good tonight. Got lucky a few times and were just good enough to come back through the field after a couple of early incidents. You had a heck of a run.
Oh, man, thank you. I'm glad I found something there on the bottom that generally doesn't work here, but it worked this time.
And looking at it, coming into tonight, Brian Mansfield had a 20-point lead over you. I think that's going to be a lot smaller now.
I don't know exactly how the scoring works, but I would probably guess that with all the extra cars, probably pick up a couple more points tonight.
Yeah, you definitely are. You come home second. Mansfield coming home 16th. You're definitely going to pick up a lot of points tonight, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Thanks for everything you do, bud.
My pleasure. And Joseph Smith has joined us. Joseph came home third, and what a battle there at the end.
Oh, definitely. If I didn't know Andrew personally, I kind of thought about wrecking him a few times.
Would you have paid for that at a later date, though?
Oh, definitely.
Probably a wise move then. Man, you definitely had a wild night. You worked your way up to the front early and then got caught in a couple of messes and had to work your way all the way back to the front.
Oh, yeah, I did. When I was going against Brian, I threw a slider on Cody, and I hit the wall. I thought I threw the whole thing away.
You went back 3 or 4 spots when you hit the wall, and I thought that was a crazy move. And then all of a sudden, a lap later, you'd picked up almost everything you'd lost again.
Yeah, I'm really not quite sure how, to be honest with you. Just kind of doing it.
Well, congratulations, man. Third place finish tonight was a great run, buddy.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for everything you do, too, broadcasting these, making us seem a little bit famous.
All right, man, my pleasure. And let me see if I can find our winner. And Cody Olsen gets another win tonight. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
This is becoming a fairly regular occurrence.
Yeah, I'm trying not to make it that. We were just jumping down to race with the D2 boys to have some fun and yank their chains a little bit.
Well, you definitely did that. And, man, once you got out front, nobody could touch you. Both of those last 2 restarts, within just a couple of laps, you had well over a second lead.
Yeah, it's I've never raced these cars until now. I've always raced big block mods. I think maybe I've turned like a handful of laps at a different track. I don't remember, but yeah. I've never raced these cars till now, but you can stand on these things and let it rip.
You definitely can, man. Congratulations on another win, and glad you had a little fun with it.
Yeah, thank you, Doug. Appreciate it. Tonight was definitely a lot of fun.
All right, man. And since we have the Butch Baker and Justin Glover fan club, let's see if I can get a hold of them. Let me start with Justin real quick. Hey, Justin, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Doug.
Hey, man, heck of a run and a heck of a comeback. I think there was actually a wreck over in maybe up in Canada somewhere that you might have got caught in, and you still managed to come back and get a top 10 tonight.
You know, on lap 18 there, me and the 22 got into each other. Just a racing deal, but, you know, could have given me a little more room there, man. Just a bunch of us, you know, had a rough go tonight. Kevin had a rough night. I had a rough night. It was a long night of racing for sure.
It definitely was, man. But your fan club in the house, and they were cheering you on the whole time. It had to have helped. And coming back from where you were after a couple of incidents, that was a heck of a run there at the end.
You're all right, man. It's not a big deal, Dougie. I appreciate you. No worries.
All right, man. And let me see if I can find Butch. Yes, I can. Hey, Butch, you got me?
Hey, Dougie, buddy, what's going on?
Hey, man. Well, your fan club was in the house tonight, and you definitely put on a show for them.
I was trying, man. I was working my way up, and I avoided like 2 cautions, and I was snaking my way through, and wham! I was like, here we go. I tried battling back. I got as far as I could.
Well, at top 5 after starting in the back and then going to the back one more time, that was definitely a bit interesting.
Oh yeah, to say the least, man. That was a battle. And then to try and make sure I didn't get into anybody, because I know there's some questions about my stature, I guess, if you want to say. So I was like, man, I'm not touching anybody tonight. I'm making sure I'm staying like 3 feet off their bumper, and there ain't gonna be no questions. That's what I was trying to do.
Well, you definitely did it, and then, man, you opened up with Brian, with you finishing 5th and Brian finishing back in 16th. You're definitely gonna pick up some points here tonight.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I was like, I wanted to get up there, you know, so I could try and battle with him, and then next thing you know, he was flying by me. I was like, where is he going? So yeah.
Well, congratulations, man. Another heck of a run, and good luck. It looks like you've about got the title wrapped up.
I hope so. Let's get one more just for good measure.
All right, man. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, Doug. I appreciate it.
All right, that'll do it for us tonight. Yeah, a few drivers, I imagine, are a little bit salty, and just for those that didn't know, Justin actually has one of the. There's a section 4.4 of the rules deals with in-race chat and language and respect type things. It is now, if you get a 4.4 penalty, it is called getting a glover or getting glovered. I don't think the decision to name it after him came today. We'll have to wait and see what the final name is, but it's definitely quite funny. Yeah, he was a bit salty. I imagine a few were, and a few were really, really happy. Some great runs, guys like Michael Christian, Skylar Massey, and Cody Olson picking up a ton of positions here tonight. Patrick Coluccio as well, picking up, looks like 7 spots in the race. So a lot of great racing. The D1 boys dropping down, racing with the D2s tonight. Had a lot of fun, and they definitely put on one heck of a show. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. We will have XCal Street Stocks, and we will be back Wednesday night with the Outlaw Cup Series and Limited Late Model Dirt Series. Thursday night we have the new American All-Star Dirt Series starting at 7 Eastern. And then Saturday we have the Tyler Daniels Racing Memorial Race at 6 Eastern. And then Sunday the new Road Series, the Not So Serious GT3 Series at 11:30 Eastern, followed by Outlaw Trucks Sunday night. So make sure you come back and check all of that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did.